Hello, this is another day in my trying to get this video thing posted every single day of the year for the next year of all my Flash stuff. It's not going so well. I missed a couple days already. So today I'm going to have like a couple days wrapped up into one. We're going to talk about something that I just found on the shelf at my local Walmart, which would be this guy, who just went up for pre-order, I believe, last week before, and already he's on the shelf at Walmart. Why am I pre-ordering stuff when I can get it this soon? Am I going to open him? Well, I probably will because, hey, I open all my Flash figures, but I also keep one in a box, at least. Sometimes two, depending on the character, in which case, this character I typically have a couple still sitting in a box, floating around somewhere in storage or whatever. Nevertheless, Wally West is my boy. If you were to ask me who my favorite Flash is, automatically, without hesitation, I always say it's Wally West. So, this is the new Flash based on New World Order Flash from the JLA, back in the early 90s. Funny that it's got the Kyle Rayner GL in here because that's who was the GL at the time. This is like the big seven back in the day. So we're talking like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Flash. They were all part of it. Those are the big seven of DC typically. Sometimes you can substitute for a couple others, but for the most part, that's who you're going to get. Like Cyborg will substitute, or Plastic Man was in that era. Every now and again, you might see like Hawkgirl pop up thanks to the Justice League animated series that was a continuation of the Batman animated and Superman animated world. Sometimes you'll see them pop up in this as part of the seven, but for the most part, that's what we're talking about. So, yes, Wally West. And it is essentially an updated version of the DC Universe Classics figure. That's what this figure is. And if you want to see one open, well, hey, guess what? I kind of have one open. I kind of don't. It's the old DC Universe Classic. This is the Task Force Flash that this is essentially the same figure of. When I mean Task Force Flash, I mean like this guy over here. Oh, geez, we're like bumping the camera left and right now. I can't keep stuff straight. So this is the Task Force Flash. And this is the new updated version with out all the schmutz on them. And what I had done with this guy was I had already like customized my own, repainted all the yellow gold. Now it's in the package like this, kind of funny like that. This one has all the schmutz, like all the video game schmutz on it, to make them look more video gamey. Kind of okay, kind of not. I've used this figure for a couple of customs, which I'll show off someday down the road. But I really like this version of the Flash as far as the figure is concerned. No complaints about the original Task Force, none whatsoever, other than the you can barely tell on the original figure. The got a little bit of schmutz on the thing and a little bit of like highlighting on the boots and the belt. Honestly, if you just have him in your regular lineup of figures, he'd probably just be fine without any touch-ups like I did on this one. So there's that. So yeah, it's the updated version of the DC Universe Classics, the classic suit, the shiny suit Flash, as some people would call him, back when Wally West was like kicking it as the Flash, and there was no Barry Allen because Barry Allen was still dead. So yeah, there's that. And of course, you can't talk about this figure until you talk about the Platinum version of the video game Task Force figure. A friend of mine thinks I'm crazy for liking this thing, but I really do enjoy that figure a lot. I'm gonna move that off to the side. So yeah, we got him. I have other Wally West figures. I have every Wally West figure they put out so far. So we'll just move these guys out of the way a little bit. Dropping stuff, yay! I love dropping stuff. Dropping figures, yay! Alright, so that's that Wally West. And then, of course, there's the DC Metals Wally West. I know this was a gold label that I repainted because when they put it out, the colors were all off. Like this was a different shade of red. The boots were the same shade of red as the top, etc., etc. I just went through and I like did it kind of like the Brett Booth artwork that you saw ahead of time, where he had like black pants and everything like that. I like the look of this. I'm happy with that. And then of course there's the biggest disappointment ever to ever grace the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse line. Why is it a disappointment? That's right, because he has running hands. Don't get me wrong, he comes with running hands in the package, but then the right hand is like twice the size of his little tiny gimpy left hand. So what I did is I just got like a Red Tornado or another figure. I can't remember who it was. It was either Red Tornado or like, I think it was Red Tornado. And I just took the fist off Red Tornado. Like, they kind of closely match. I mean, it's a good enough for me scenario. So, yeah. Yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. So there's that. There's that Kid Flash. And then, of course, there's the gold label Flash. And not really crazy about this figure. Do I have him on my shelf? I don't think I do. I just think I have him in package. I don't think I went through the trouble of keeping him pristine and neat on my shelf as an open figure, because the goofy smile, like, it just doesn't do it for me. And then the gold on the gold emblem on the chest doesn't match the gold trim on the belt and the arms and the boots. The boots are stayed. Why don't they just paint this whole thing? I don't know. I have no idea. So there's that. And of course there's the original look of the Rebirth Flash suit, Wally West. See, here's the black repaint. And I don't know what color this is, but it sure as heck isn't black. And those boots shouldn't match the legs. The boots are supposed to be a wholly different color, as per the comic. So, is what it is. So there's that. And then, of course, I've already like shown this guy off in another video. We're just going to keep going down the line. That's that stealth suit that I worked on. We're going to bring all these other guys in. And then, of course, I redid this guy. I basically took one of these, chopped the hair off, filled it in, repainted everything gold to get that dark maroon Rebirth suit for the Flash. And that was my go-to Flash until this guy came along. And then I did the thing that I did to that. So there's that. And then, of course, there's the alternate Wally West, Walter West, from the alternate timeline, the Dark Flash, which, honestly, I don't know who's working at Mcfarlane Toys, but whoever had the deep cut on this guy to give us a rebirth, or not a rebirth, a Walter West as the Flash. I don't think I'd ever see this. I never thought I'd ever see this figure, honestly. Love this. I thought for sure because that they would have used the Commander Steel figure's belt for this guy, but no, they just used a regular plain old whatever, like, diaper piece and just painted it on. And I was like, really? I don't understand it, because the Commander Steel figure already had the belt look already going on for it. I don't know. I guess they just thought, nope, that ain't gonna work. We're just gonna do our own thing. So yeah, there's that. And now I suppose I should open this guy up, because why not? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this on camera. I'm gonna open this guy up, and we're gonna see how. Well, we already know how it looks. We already know. We know that this figure is gonna look exactly like this figure without all the schmutz. There's not gonna be any surprises, right? Right. There's not gonna be any surprises. So intermissions, something like that. Keep yourself occupied, etc., while I bust this guy out of the package really quick, because why not? Of course, I have to cut off all the plastic tape and everything like that. You because, you know, that's what Mcfarlane likes to do. He likes to make sure his stuff never leaves the package. I don't get it. I don't understand why there's so much tape, and the twist ties. Every figure that Mcfarlane puts out has got like a gazillion twist ties, or like not twist ties, like not twist ties. They're the little plastic ties that keep the figure in place. Like, does he think his stuff is like so valuable on the peg hook that nobody would ever dare try to steal one of his figures out of a package? Oh no, that would never, ever happen. You know why? Because of all these little tie pieces that are stuck to the figure, holding the figure down to the plastic bubble. I hate it. I really do hate it. I just feel like it's unnecessary in every way, shape, and form. Also, I would like to say this really quick. The fact that they put this figure in the box sideways matches all the other Flash figures in the line. Like they all decided we're gonna put them in a running pose because why not, right? So I got them open, and we are not surprised at all that he is an exact copy of this guy already, only he has hands. So let's swap out a hand. We're going to swap out a fist. We're going to take off this fist. We're going to give him we're going to give him the running hand, karate chop hand, ha, 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 ha. And we're going to give him, well, at least they gave him a pointy finger. Oh yeah, we're giving him the pointy finger now. This is the finger right here. Why? Because he can put hand on hip, hand on pose. Come on, hand on hip. And he can do the don't do that. That's wrong. Oh, we got to fix this little ear wing, because why would we not want to fix the ear wing? Because, you know, every Flash figure, every Flash collector out there knows the trials and tribulations of everything. So what's the face look like? The face looks to be the exact same thing. Wow. Is it close? Is it not close? Is it the exact same? Yep, it's the exact same expression, whole 9 yards, just no schmutz on the body, around anything. But he's got that finger wagging hand like Mirror Master, you just effed up. I'm going to kick your butt now. Right? That's what he's got going on. Bend the knee. Come on, go straight. Yes, so yeah, the hands help. I'm going to say that right now. The hands help. I like this version a lot more than the original Task Force version already, just because of the hands. Like he's got that wagging finger hand, like he goes, you shouldn't have done that. Now I gotta like put the hurt on you. Kind of like that comic that talks about how bad it is when, you know, the Flash, like somebody tries to steal from the Flash in Central City, and they're like, oh, you did what? Oh no. Anyway, I'm rambling. I might have had a couple too many energy drinks at work today. Maybe. Anyway, so yeah, this is the new Justice DC Multiverse by Mcfarlane Toys Flash figure with pointy finger action. Pointy finger. See, he's pointing. He's pointing. Ooh. If I have enough of these, I can do the Spider-Man pointy thing. Oh, I might need a case now. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. This should probably cover me for a few days. All right, later.